Hey guys, sorry, I was making a video. I always get disturbed when I'm making videos. I don't know why, but this is going to be a tech tip for the day for you guys that use these analog type meters and you're using these adapters here, right? So you see this adapter, it takes your standard 2 inputs, and most inputs on manufacturers are spaced a certain distance so that you can use these adapters. And reason I'm using this adapter, I put on a better high quality probe. The probe that comes with it, I really don't like it. It's just big and awkward and it breaks all the time. So we use this, and you can see this guy. I'm going to show you this guy. He uses, you know, it's got gold connector. He uses really high quality parts to make his stuff. It doesn't come with this one. When I ordered it, I had that myself. So we'll put that in here, right? Now we're in there. You're going to see up top here I have 10 volts, reading my 10 volts DC, and it's coming off a power supply that's over here, and it's only drawn 2 milliamps. So what we're going to do is I'm going to also show you, let me go through the probes first. I'm sorry, I should go through the probes. So instead of having one probe, you're going to have 3 separate ones, and as you can see, again, look at the quality. I mean, this connector is just a fantastic. I don't know where he gets them. Mueller, they're really good if you're going to make anything. I'm going to try to order some, actually. I keep forgetting. But okay, so you have this probe DC, and you're going to see it says 100k ohm resistor. All right, and I'm going to explain that in a minute. And then on this you have AC, ohms, and amps. Again, very high quality, very durable. I mean, it's just fantastic. The guy does really nice work. So right now we're going to stick with the DC because this is mostly what it's going to affect on this meter. And this is something you guys want to watch out for when you're working on stuff, when you're trying to get a voltage reading and maybe you're putting another meter in line to test stuff. It has 2 spots here where you can put a couple connectors in there that I have going to this meter. You could, and they go over to the power supply. So I'm coming off the power supply, right? And I have these test leads come direct off the power supply. And then I have from the power supply to 10 volts going to my digital voltmeter up there showing the 10 volts, all right? And I'm going to show you this in a second. So we're going to connect our negative to our negative right here. And then we're going to take our DC probe. And if you read in the book, this is where this 100 ohm resistor comes in. If you read in the manual, it tells you to switch to the 100 ohm resistor. All right, because the original probe has a switch on it. It's a single probe. It's not, like I said, it's not 3 different connections like you get in this. This is what I like about this. It's much easier to use this too than that big bulky probe. So now we're going to connect, or we'll make sure we're on DC. We'll make sure we'll go to 50 volts. We're at 50 volts. We're going to connect it. All right, there we go. 50 volts. This is our 50 volt scale up here. You can see it's right at 10. All right, and we could do the same. We could go down to 15. And then you'll see 15. We're right at 10. So now I want to show you what happens if you were to take these. I'm going to take them off of the voltmeter. All right. I hope you're following along with me. All right. So let me get this off here. I can't reach it. All right. So I got them off the voltmeter. So you see I still have my 10 volts going over to my analog meter. Now, because these are such sensitive high impedance meters, when I connect any other equipment to this, it's going to act as a resistor. So this isn't a 100k resistor anymore. It's going to take all of this into effect, and I'm going to show you. See what it does? It drops you down. So now we're only reading about 7 3/4 volts, and we're only seeing 6 there. So yeah, it's a real mess, right? So now we'll go to 50, and you can see on 50, what do we see? In 5, 6, 7 1/4. Yeah, so it doesn't even give you the right range there. So again, I pull this off. There we go, right back to the 10. So that's one of your tech tips. You don't want to, when you're using a probe that has any kind of resistance built into it, You don't want to connect anything else to it here. You could put it here if you wanted to, right at the source of where it's measuring, and it won't make a difference. You see the 10 volts. Or you could just simply plug it into whatever you're using, connecting to. You don't want to plug it into before the probes. You don't want to plug it in after the probes, okay? You always want it before the probes. And that's especially on these meters like this. When you do the alignment on this, the calibration, I'm sorry, I keep saying alignment. When you do the calibration on this, you actually have to do it with the set of probes you're going to use it with. So that's just one of the small little tech tips I wanted to give you guys. If you're getting some funny readings, look at the way that you have your measurement equipment hooked up, because it could be a real pain in the ass sometimes when you're doing that. And I know when I was starting out doing this stuff, I made a lot of mistakes, went back and, you know, you do that hand on the forehead bump and go, what the hell? Why didn't I look at what was happening here and look at the equipment? You know, when it see 100K ohm on there, you know it's there for a reason, and that's because that's built into the circuit. So if you put your 10 volts here, you're fine. If you put your 10 volts here, remember, everything that you hook here is going to become part of this probe circuit. Now you're measuring, and so there you go, guys. That was my tech tip for today. I hope you enjoyed it. I just wanted to throw that out there because someone asked me a question, and I was doing this meter is going to go up for sale actually, probably today or tomorrow. I'm just going to make another video for it, but someone was asking me, and I happen to have this meter on a bench, so I thought I'd make this video, and it's really for you, Jim. So there you go. Guys, 73s, take care, God bless, and stay safe.